नित्यानन्देश्वर समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis, Srimahans, Mahants, Tanidars, Kotaris, everyone sitting with us through Sadhana TV, Ara TV, Nithyananda TV and two-way video conferencing, having Nayanadiksha. Cities sitting with us in two-way video conferencing, having Nayanadiksha. Singapore Adinam, Houston Adinam, Pondicherry, Puduvai Adinam, Madurai Adinam, Hosur Adinam, Rajabalayam Adinam, Los Angeles Sherman Oaks, Trinidad Tobago, Hyderabad Gupta Kashi, Indrani New Jersey, Seattle Adinam, New Jersey Omkareshwar, Vancouver Adinam. Vancouver has not yet become temple, so Vancouver, North San Antonio, Texas, Ohio Adinam, Los Angeles Adinam, Toronto Adinam, New York Adinam, Kuala Lumpur Adinam, St. Louis Adinam, Guadalupe Adinam, Alice Springs, Australia, Bogota, Colombia, Varanasi Adinam, San Jose Adinam, London and Ponca City, Oklahoma, and Vancouver Community Center, and Slovakia, Košice, in Tirupur, Shivananda in Tirupur, Surrey, Canada, London, Warrington, UK, Slovakia, Košice, and everywhere going on. Some more cities. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I'll continue on the 9th verse of Ishavasya Upanishad. Please recite along with me. Antam tama pravishanti ye avidyām upasate tato bhuya yivate tamaha yavu vidyāyām rataha. Antam tama pravishanti ye avidyām upasate tato bhuya yivate tamaha yavu vidyāyām rataha. Listen. Those who worship avidya, the ignorance that veils the true knowledge of truth consciousness, enter into blinding darkness characterized by the absence of perception, but into greater darkness of ignorance than that enter they who, considering themselves as scholarly and learned, are engaged in vidya, the incomplete knowledge acquired for vested interests, characterized by the impure perception of truth consciousness. Avidyām upasate, that is the key word in this verse. I don't think I am going to give a better definition than my Gurukul kid, who gave the definition for this word. Having don't care attitude about the ignorance is worshipping the ignorance. Usually whatever definition I give in the satsang, they repeat in the Vakyartha. But today I am going to repeat whatever definition they gave in Vakyartha. Because it is so perfect, it's so beautiful, so apt. Let me be honest, I did not give this explanation yesterday But today, if I decide to define advidyām upasate, that word, worshipping the ignorance, I can't do it better than what my Gurukul kids have done. It's so perfect. See, a sutra, in Sanskrit, there is a definition. What is sutra? How a sutra should be. Short, as minimum letters as possible, straight, explaining the meaning, as deep as possible, covering all the dimensions of the truth getting explained. That's the definition of a sutra. Definition, how the definition should be given. And my Gurukul kids have caught it, caught that spirit. It's amazing. Having don't care attitude about the ignorance, or having something else as the priority than seeking and breaking the ignorance, is worshipping the ignorance. Advidyām upasate. Listen. Having don't care attitude about the ignorance, or having something else as your priority than breaking the ignorance, or you are seeking. Other than seeking or breaking the ignorance, if something else becomes important or more important priority to you, then what you do becomes advidyām upasate, worshipping the ignorance. That is why I insist in every situation, let seeking be your first response. Understand? In all the so-called developed countries, they have something called first response team for any crisis, for any accident, natural calamity or terrorist attack. For any crisis, they have something called first response team. Means the ambulance, the paramedical staff and police, the fire engine, bomb squad, people who rush to the scene and respond to the victims first, who try to attend to the crisis first. They are called first response team. I tell you, let seeking be your first response team for your whole life and all the crises of life. Anything, whether you lost some money in some business or lost your job, any crisis or even good things. You got married or wife ran away. Now anything can be good, anything can be bad as per the person. I don't know how to define what is good, what is bad. Or you feel like running away with somebody. Whatever it is. I don't want to say what is good, what is bad and all that. But any situation, good or bad, losing or gaining, crisis or peace, joy or pain, suffering or bliss, let seeking become your first response to anything. When there is a pain, Look, why? Why this? Understand what I said yesterday. Throw tantrum with the cosmos. When you have a stomach pain, don't think why stomach pain for me, but think why first of all there is a pain for humanity. If you think why stomach pain for me, why disease for me, you will only be Buddha. If you think why pain, suffering at all for the whole humanity, you will become Buddha. Understand? Just Buddha saw the sick person, old person, dead body. But he did not think, why did these fellows come and fall in my eyes? I think bad omen. Why did I see these fellows? I think bad Shakuna, bad omen. These fellows are all the time depressing. He did not think that way. He did not treat them like a black cat running in between. Most of the time when black cat runs across the road, it is not bad omen for you, it is a bad omen for the cat. I was looking into this. Actually, almost in all cultures, this cat omen is there. I thought, why? Then I found out the black cats run around only when they don't get basic food. And if you are in a society where simple food is not available for animals, where it has to run around, then there is something wrong in the society. You need to look in. Actually, the black cat will not run around if he gets even a simple food. Anyhow, now let us not get into the omen science. Let's stop with this. Listen, whether it's a black cat running or seeing a sick person, Buddha did not look into that as his omen, or he did not think, oh, these fellows are, morning itself they came and fell in my eyes and I am feeling depressed. No. He asked, why this to humanity? He started throwing tantrum with the cosmos. I tell you, I am really telling you, whoever throws tantrum with the cosmos will be freed from the laws of cosmos. I tell you, all the laws and rules of cosmos is only for those stupid fellows who don't know how to throw tantrum with cosmos. Seeking is throwing tantrum with the cosmos. Seeking is such a powerful way of integrating you. The moment you start seeking, all laws, rules, regulation gives way and says, you are the favorite child of the cosmos. You are the favorite inheritor of the cosmos, and you live like Paramahamsa. I am telling you, Dharma is for the fellows who are interested in Artha and Kama. If you question Dharma, start seeking the depth of Dharma, why it is. Why? What is it? What is the source of it? How can I go beyond it? If the why can be looked in. If the why can be looked in. With your whole being, if you question why, immediately cosmos frees you from all the laws, rules, regulations. All the laws, all the rules, all the regulations, you became free from it. You became a liberated being, I tell you. If you don't throw tantrum with the cosmic mother, question why, she will let you be in your maya, delusion. Understand? Delusion is not throwing tantrum. Delusion is not throwing tantrum. If a child is just sleeping or playing with the small toys it has, or eating his candy, or drawing on his urine, mother will do her work. She will continue to do her work. She will be engaged. Only if the child decides to throw everything and start screaming, even then she will try to give some better toys, better candy, and try to keep the child in his delusion. But if the child decides, no, I don't want anything, and throws everything and starts throwing tantrum, only then she will come and just lift him up to her lap. Same thing with the cosmos. As long as you are in your delusion and playing with your small toys, candies, what is your small toys? Your relationships, family, friends. What's your small candies? Your salary, one car, two house, and drawing on your urine. What is it? Means brooding over your incompletion. No, that is drawing on your urine. Kids do. If you are a mother, you know kids do that. Now I explain in a very decent way. Kids actually draw even on the number 2. I went only up to the level of number 1. They do even on number 2. On number 1, you drawing is brooding over your incompletions. And number 2, drawing is making more and more incompletion out of your old incompletion. So whenever you are brooding over your incompletion, visualize you are drawing on your number 1. And whenever you are creating more suffering, more pattern, more incompletions out of your old incompletions, be very clear, you are drawing on your number 2. And projecting your incompletions on the master and abusing him means you are putting those fingers directly into your mouth. I don't think I need to describe more detailed. And then the cosmic mother will come and give you some more candies. Come on, better salary, better career opportunity, better house, lottery ticket, one extra fitting. She will try to give everything and divert your attention. If you are again back to that, she will say, all right. She will continue with her life. But only when you decide, no, I am really going to look into everything, question everything. What is pain? What is pleasure? What is life? What am I? When you feel pain, let your first response team be seeking. When you feel bliss, let your first response team be seeking. What is this bliss? What is this pleasure? Exactly what happens in me when I am having pleasure? exactly what happens in me when I am having pain. I tell you, having your first response team as seeking as your first response team is the highest, best security you can get from cosmos. Throughout your life, if the seeking becomes your FRT, first response team, even when death comes, that will be your first response team. When you can seek into the death, you will be enlightened. That's all. I tell you, if your first response team is seeking, ordinary cup of tea can make you enlightened. When you sip a cup of tea, just see what is happening with this liquid touching my tongue. Wherever it is traveling, what is happening? Why this response to this? Why am I responding to it? A tea or a cigarette is never just a drink or a smoke. Understand? Every time you sip a tea, you will have the same patterns getting cherished. Every time you smoke a cigarette, you will have the same patterns getting cherished. If you are an addict to smoking or habitual tea drinker, you will know. Look in. Every time with those activities, you will have a same pattern. Even shower. Every time when you stand under the shower, you will have the same patterns. I am telling you, if seeking becomes your first response team, you will break tons and tons of patterns. Just an ordinary sipping a cup of tea can lead you to enlightenment. As mundane activities, as you claim your tea, just you reading a newspaper, every activity you are addicted, you will be going through that same pattern more than the same action. Listen. If you are going through more in the same action, it will never be addictive. If you are going through that same pattern more only than any action, will become addictive, because addiction belongs to mind, not body. Please listen. It is the thought currents which you go through every time you sip a tea or smoke. You are addicted to that. For that sake, you want the smoke, you want the cigarette again and again, tea again and again. Not for the action itself, but for the pattern you go through. Even reading newspaper, I tell you, you don't read from the paper, you read from the mind. If you read 10 lines from the paper, you will read 200 lines from the mind. It is what you go through in the mind that you enjoy more. That is the reason many cannot go for 1-2 without having the newspaper in the hand. Listen, I am defining addiction. All addiction is the mental patterns you go through more than the physical actions you do. When you start enjoying the mental patterns you go through with the same physical act than the physical actions you do, you get addicted to that. Use this definition whether for alcohol, marijuana, newspaper reading. It can be as simple as newspaper reading to as complicated as a sleeping pill, or as difficult as making accidents. Please understand, there are many people, accident addicts. At least a small scratch should happen to their car or two-wheeler. Then they feel satisfied. It can be as complicated as accident addiction, or as simple as morning can't go to the restroom without newspaper. Whether it's your drinking pattern, eating pattern, or womanizing pattern, it's all pattern. Actually, a womanizer need to be healed, not punished. A drunkard need to be healed, not punished. A smoking addict need to be healed, not punished. Because it is getting caught with a pattern. I tell you, if your first response to anything can be a seeking, no pattern can get rooted into you. All patterns will be routed. It can never get rooted in you. Seeking is giving an earthquake to patterns. If patterns are the plants and trees on the ground, seeking is just giving a small shake. Or I can say big shake. It will collapse. All your patterns will collapse. Whether it is yesterday started or 2000 years before started. Everything will collapse. Everything will collapse. Understand, having seeking as your first response team means living enlightenment. Not having seeking as your first response team means worshipping the ignorance. Shivoham process is just all about making seeking as your first instinct response. Understand? I'm using a new word, first instinct respond, FIR. First instinct response. Having seeking as your first instinct response is all I need to do. Giving you the eternal seeking is the job of Mahadeva. With the seeking, naturally comes solution. With the seeking, naturally comes solution. Understand? Anything can be given up, not seeking. Whichever part of you has stopped seeking, look into it, it would have become a frozen part of you. Whether it is a body, parts of the body, or mind, logic, emotion, wherever you stopped seeking, you lost the art of reinventing yourself. Whenever you lost the art of reinventing yourself, understand, not only you are stinking to death. You are rotting to death. You are stinking to death, rocking to destruction. Emotionally, if you stop seeking, you lost the capacity to reinvent yourself. Physically, your body continuing to seek its original state is yoga. Your logic continuing to seek its original state is liberated thinking. Your emotion continuing to seek its original form of existence is devotion. If your being, consciousness, seeking to its original state is enlightenment. Seeking keeps you alive with the possibility of reinventing yourself. Whenever seeking is lost, you lost the capacity to reinvent yourself. You are frozen. You are dead. Dead fellows are not that dangerous to humanity, but the living dead are the most dangerous to humanity. I always tell people, the real danger to Sanatana Hindu Dharma is neither atheists or other religious people. It is non-practicing Hindus. They are the greatest danger to Hindu tradition than anybody else. It is non-living human beings. They are the greatest danger to living human beings than aliens or any animals or anybody else. No alien, no animal, nobody else, nothing else can be such worst danger to human beings than the non-living human beings, to the living human beings. The live dead human beings are the biggest threat to the living human beings. If you see the reality, ghosts have not done so much of bad things to humanity. Never the dead people. It's the living dead. They did all the crisis to humanity who are living. Please understand. Don't be afraid of dead, but always be away from the living dead people who are frozen, who don't know to reinvent themselves, who don't know realigning, reinventing themselves, who lost seeking. There is a beautiful verse by Manikavasagar. He says, I won't be afraid of seeing a snake or a wild animal, but I'll be afraid of the foreheads. I'll be afraid to see the foreheads which has no holy ash, sacred ash on it, which has no bhasma on it. I'm afraid to see the people who don't take Mahadeva's name in their being, in their heart. Actually, I wanted to sing in that same tone. தேடுதல் இல்லார் கண்டால் வரும் கேடுதல் கண்டு அம்மானாம் அஞ்சுமாரே. The fellows who don't have seeking, if you see them, all the bad things you are going to get, let you be afraid of that. Let me be afraid of that. தேடுதல் இல்லார் கண்டால் வரும் கேடுதல் கண்டு அம்மானாம் அஞ்சுமாரே. Let me be afraid of seeing the fellows who don't have seeking and the dangers they will cause for us if we even see them. Kandumuttu kettumuttu. If you see them, it is danger, and if you hear about them, it is danger. If you talk to them, it is danger. Because just talking 5 minutes with you, they can destroy your seeking and put some stupid ideas into your head and go away. After that, you have to be sitting and cleaning it up. It's like some guest comes and does 1, 2, 3 everything in your hall and goes out, and you are sitting and cleaning it with phenyl for 10 days. That is much better than this. Giving you the ultimate seeking and teaching you how to throw tantrum with the cosmos and making you experience liberation is all the Shivoham process. If you have to get the attention of an elephant, just being an ant will never be sufficient, will never be successful. You'll have to at least come to the level of a bird and create a sound so that elephant can turn and see you. Same way with the cosmos. As an ordinary broken human being, you can never get the attention of the cosmos. Raise yourself by seeking. You will see cosmos responds to you. If you question why me, you will only be punished more and more. If you question why is it first of all, you will be liberated. If you question why pain for me, you will only be attracting more and more. If you question why first of all there is a pain for human beings, you will be liberated. Seeking means having basic questions. First things first. First things first is seeking. Having seeking is not worshipping the ignorance. Antantama pravishantiye advidyām upasate. Worshipping the ignorance. Putting the seeking as your first response team is what I am doing in Shivoham process. Making the seeking as your first instinct response is the process of Shivoham. Inviting and welcoming all of you for Shivoham process in Varanasi. I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Advaita, the eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation